Hey guys, today I wanted to make a video of making a portable Raspberry Pi computer or Retropie player. And so I got this little 5-inch display. It's a touchscreen display from Amazon. And this is a Raspberry Pi 4B. I 3D printed a case for it. This is just a battery pack for it. And I'm going to put it together. So this is really simple to put together. So you're just going to flip over the screen like this, and there's this little connector right here. So you just pop that open and then grab the display cable here and you just plug that in. Then I'm just going to put the Raspberry Pi in the back of it. This would work with any Raspberry Pi that has a display port on the back. And it's really simple to do. You just put this on the back here and then just screw it in. But I'm going to do it differently. Instead of having it just on the back like that, I'm going to use the case I 3D printed. And I drilled some holes on here so that I can just have it all in one piece. And that also helps mount the fan here because the 4B gets extremely hot. So it's nice to have a fan on there. Now that the case is on, I'm going to screw it in before I put the rest of it together. And the screws I have are too long, but that's fine because it'll go through the case, and the screws that comes with the screen are a lot shorter because you're just supposed to put the Raspberry Pi on and not have a case on. So I'm also going to use these little washers on it so it doesn't slide. Now that the screws are in, I'm just going to screw in the fan to the top of the case here and put it on. Now that the fan is on, you just connect it to the GPIO pins here on the back. It's these two right here. Just these two right here. And before we connect it, I'm just going to slide the display cable into the case. And then you just take the red, connect it to the first part, and then the black, connect it to the second part. And that's how it looks like on there. And now with the display cable, you just pop this black piece up, and then you're just going to connect it into the Raspberry Pi with the blue being on the back here, and then the actual contacts on the front here. And now it's plugged in. Now that the case is together, I'm just going to add these little legs on here that it came with. That way it has something to stand up on. Now that the legs are on, it's just going to stand up like this, and it's time to turn it on. I'm going to turn on with the Raspbian desktop first. And then to power this on, I'm just going to use this power bank, and then I got this little keyboard for it. And so, just going to plug it in, and now it's loaded in, and it's working. Now it's connected, you can see it works, and it's a touch screen also, and it works really well. Some stuff, I don't know why I just did this, but some apps, it overfills it like this, and then you can't really exit out that well. But it usually works for most stuff, and I'm going to load in Retropie on it. When you load in Retropie for the first time, or you already have a Retropie card with the newest updates, it will usually load right into this display, and it shouldn't have any issues. At least I didn't when I tried it. And I don't know how to make a portable console, so I'm just going to connect an Xbox controller to this. As you can see, it's now loaded in, and it works really well on here. So I'm just going to try a Game Boy game at first. One issue with the display though is that it doesn't have any speakers, but if you can find one to just plug into the aux port, then that's not really an issue. As you can see, there's no lag or anything, and plays smoothly on here. You even can play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time pretty well. As you can see here, it has no issues running. Every once in a while it might dip in frames, but it looks pretty good on here. Runs smoothly. It's a little bit pixelated, but I think that's just because it's being emulated. And if you install a certain package, you can even run DS games on here really well. This is a Mario Kart DS, and I've even upscaled it too. So then it makes it a little bit smoother and not the native DS resolution. But you can see it runs really well on here. Where it really struggles playing games is just because it's a Raspberry Pi 4 is PSP games. This is Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. And you can see I'm only getting about 20 frames per second. You can get around 30 sometimes, but it's usually very slow. And it makes it a little bit hard to play because it's just very slow. But other than that, that's it. It works alright for playing games or just using as a little tiny portable computer. And the touchscreen works great as well. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe.